New state polling has dropped for the battleground states, and today we're going to be looking at the latest polling data. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Looking at the safe Republican states, we have the state of Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska at large, and all the districts except the 2nd Congressional District. We also have the state of Kansas, Alaska, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, South Carolina, giving Donald Trump 125 safe electoral college votes. The safe Democrat states include California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, Colorado, as well as the state of New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Maryland, DC, Rhode Island, Delaware, New Jersey, and Connecticut, as well as Maine's 1st Congressional District, giving Harris 172 safe electoral college votes. The first state on the map is the state of Nevada. If we go to the latest poll from the state, we've actually seen a lot of polls recently come out today from FoCal data that actually has multiple state polls, and their polls may not be 100% accurate. However, we do have a sample out of here of about Harris +6. So that is definitely an outlier from a lot of the polling we've gotten in Nevada. So that is going to go in the likely Democrat column. But again, this is not an official prediction, merely just a look at the latest polling data. The state of Arizona, as of right now, looks interesting. Right now, in the same pollster with FoCal data, Trump's actually up by 1 in the state. So that gives Trump a 1-point lead there. I believe he's going to gain in Maricopa. I think he'll probably win Arizona by more than 1, but we'll see. State of New Mexico, in the latest polling data, we actually have new Redfield and Wilton numbers on this, I think. And we actually see that Trump's actually gained a bit. Harris has gained too, but Trump's also gained from their last poll. A similar sample size conducted in 3 days very recently. They did wait a few days to release this though, which is interesting, but Harris has net lost a point in New Mexico, and polls have underestimated Republicans there before, so about a 4 or 5 point victory is pretty realistic, and that's around where I have it in my model. I think I have it as like a 6-point win in my model, so that is pretty decent. Looking at the state of Texas, I believe we still have that active vote poll from July 31st to August 13th has Trump up by 7 points in the state, 400 likely voters. That's going to put the state in the likely Republican column. The state of Iowa and Nebraska's 2nd have no polling data for this race, so they will be in the safe column in either direction, as well as Illinois. There's not any polling data out of the race either. Looking at the state of Florida, which, by the way, there are primaries tomorrow for that, so we'll definitely be tuning in. Again, new Redfield and Wilton data, about 13,000 likely voters, or 1,300 likely voters. We see Trump is up by 5 with third parties included, so that's going to put the state in the likely Republican column as well. Looking at Georgia, FoCal research actually has Donald Trump up by 4 points there, so that is fairly interesting, and that did kind of change the aggregate a bit. It basically went from being a tie to Trump being up by 1 now. About 651 likely voters conducted from August 6th to the 16th, and Trump is up by 4 points in the state, hitting that 49% mark where he actually was in 2020. So that is fairly interesting. That puts the state in the lean Republican column. Looking at North Carolina, this is a state where the polling has gotten a little bit interesting there. It's been kind of swing either way. The latest poll does have Harris up by 1 with FoCal data, about 702 likely voters from August 6th to the 16th. So that does go in the lean Democrat column. Virginia, we still don't have any new polling updates from there. However, we do look at the latest poll, and Trump is actually up by 4 points against Harris at 45% to Harris's 41, with Kennedy included. About 265 likely voters, July 14th to the 15th. Small sample size, but still a Trump lead overall. Looking at the state of Ohio, I wonder if we actually have polling data for this right now. We do actually have. So with third-party candidates, Fabrizio Lee, 600 likely voters conducted from July 23rd to the 28th. We have a Trump +9 lead in the state of Ohio. So that puts the state in the likely column. And at this point, Trump needs one more state in the Rust Belt to win the Electoral College. Well, that would be Michigan or Pennsylvania. And we're going to start with the state of Minnesota. There are new numbers from August 12th to the 15th, and Harris is actually up by 7. So she actually gained from the last poll, but it does have a slightly lower sample size. So that is fairly interesting. And I don't think Trump is going to get 40% in the state, but that does give the state to Harris overall. Now, looking at the state of Wisconsin, from full Cal data, 700 likely voters August 6th to the 16th. Harris is up by 6 points. Again, I don't think she's going to be leading by 6, but that is what the latest poll says. And in the state of Michigan, we also have polling data as well from full Cal data, 702 likely voters from August 6th to the 16th. 7-point lead for Harris in the state. Again, I don't think Trump's going to get 44% in that state either. Now looking at Pennsylvania, which is the really interesting one actually, we see in the latest poll, Trump is actually up in insider advantage with 800 likely voters from August 18th to the 19th. So pretty decent poll, pretty new poll, and Trump's up by 2 in the state. And that does actually give him the Electoral College victory in this video. So he is currently winning the Electoral College. Looking at the state of New Hampshire, we actually do have a new poll out of this, August 13th to the 14th, 1,700 registered voters, Harris +7, so that does put that in the likely Democrat column. Maine at large right now, if we look at the latest poll here, we actually see Harris is up in the state at large by about 8. Maine's first is in the safe column, and Maine's second congressional district is lean. However, I still expect it to vote for Trump in the likely column. So based out of all the latest state polling that we have, Donald Trump is at 278 electoral college votes to Harris's 260, giving him an electoral college victory. Make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe if you guys want more polling updates just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.